Alright, so yesterday I got to go to Train Fest. I didn't do much there, but it was pretty fun. My favorite thing was the Thomas replica display. Like, they had all sorts of things, but the most intriguing thing was that they had Big City Engine with both
King's
British
Cross is not
Railways
the engine for the
logos,
mainland. London's Euston. Everybody knows that.
and they had a
Richard, sir. I'll be more careless. I mean, here comes reckless careful. Richard.
It was cool. Now we look at the stuff I got. Anyways, I got a few things. I also got to see the big prop replica display in its Christmas theme. But basically, I got a few things from a vendor. In the final few minutes, you were there, and we're gonna look at them real quick. So first up are, let's see, 3 identical red lumber trucks. I have to fix the coupling on this one. We got 3 identical red lumber cars or whatever that everyone uses for China clay cars because they look like them instead of the skeleton lob flatbeds that they're supposed to be. Then we have a gray one, which I have to remove the glue that's in here. But I think this is the one that came with Henry. Then, the final one of these, I have 2 identical green ones, which I actually really like the green. But then, here's the thing. Since, my dad obviously didn't want to spend like $40 because, well, I mean, duh. Even though I found every character I needed to finish my Narrowgauge collection, the only one that I was missing were, basically I was missing everybody except for Peter Sammons or Handel. But I made sure to take priorities and get Proteus. It's hard to find one. It's hard to battery compartment because maybe his light still works. But then,
What the fuck?
yep, that's right. I got the 2000 Renas. It would be nice to have the even rarer variant of this with like the shock face, but yeah, this is I saw this Renas and I did not hesitate because this was the only one they had. Which honestly, I ain't even that mad. Especially with the face thing, I'm not mad about that, even though it is quite clearly Sir Handel's face. I ain't mad. Just kind of like the maroonish red that they use for this. It's very reminiscent of these 2 LMS engines I have in O-scale. This one I'm trying to convert to electric from Clockwork. But furthermore to that, since I've got my ON30 Renas, which is in many different shades of red, and has many different faces from different characters, and is a little fatter on the edges, I'd say this works just fine. So yeah, basically, all of this stuff is what I got at the final few minutes of being at Train Fest, mainly because there wasn't much. I did get to see the prototype of the Bachmann Sir Handel, and the Thomas Fandom Gauge 1 replica set. Here's a like 13-second video clip of them. There's a detail I didn't grab, which is Salty had a Coca-Cola bottle on his buffer beam. So, yeah. That's all I got there. Yeah, that's all I got. So, yeah, thank you. Simplistic review, bad lighting, I know. Horrible audio. But still, I hope you enjoyed. Quick update, this is like 10 seconds after filming that video, maybe a minute. I got this coupler kind of bent back into shape so it works. See how the original ones look versus this one? Yeah, I fixed it a bit. Now it's time to try to remove all this hot glue from this one. So, yeah. Now, the guy who was selling these said that he gets these in eBay lots, and I can't blame him. Like, that's the most effective way to get these. But, like, look at that. This looks like something I would do. Alright, I'll come back yet again. Alright, first update, I got most of the hot glue out of the car. Second thing is, the front red truck is lighter than these 2. Third off, no corrosion. Not a drop of it in there. Hang on. Not a drop in there. Which means, sorry about got on you for a bit, that headlamp might still work. Lucky lamp boy, we've shaved the day. Anyways, if I could, I would buy a second Proteus and buy possibly a new Renas, or actually get Sir Handel. But, yeah. He's shaking his head to the non-existent music I'm playing over this. Anyways, so yeah. Looks like I'll have to give him a bit of a boop, boop, boop in the face. So yeah. Here I am like an hour later, and like, it looks a little bit better on camera than it does in person, but I did some paint touch-ups on Renas, like painted over the crack in the paint by his dome, this little bit down here by his cab, which, oh, there we go. Yeah, see, you can kind of see it now. Just like that little bit down there by his cab, the entirety of his dome area. Here, I painted the sides of his chassis block, repainted his eyebrows, repainted his roof, parts of his doors. Yeah. And for Proteus, the only thing I'm going to do is paint the front of him to have the buffer beam red. But yeah, I also dealt with this weird orange paint mark. I will deal with that soon, but yeah, I also repainted his eyebrow. And yeah. Here are some more photos of Big City Engine, this extra Thomas they had, the face collection,
And in this photo and this photo, you can see the odd decision of having both versions of the BR logo on Big City Engine, which I find pretty odd, but makes sense to some extent. Anyways, that was my trip to Trainfest. Here's a video of the ride on Thomas they had. You know what? One more thing. They had Frank. Frank!